Hello, it's Lauren from Stampin' Up, Color to Kitty, and all that funness. Just give me a moment because it appears my typing tonight is very inconsistent. There we go. Okay, that should be working. I'm on a roll tonight. Alrighty, hey everyone. Well, welcome to tonight. We're going to be doing the second project from the Paper Pumpkin kit, Ho Ho Ho, which is a really cool kit, I would say. So let's let's get started here. But first we gotta go through the event listings and housekeeping of things. Okay, so let's breeze through this hopefully as quick as possible. Halloween is not too far away, and if you're interested in some Halloween coloring sheets from me, Color to Kitty, the download is available on my website. If you need more information on that, give me a shout. If you're interested in joining Stampin' Up! This month, which I would love anybody to join whenever you want to feel like joining the world of Stampin' Up!, that would be great. However, this month specifically, there's a couple of thingies happening. And of course, I left my one chat window on, and now I'm getting very distracted. Alright, so the promotion this month is twofold here. My team has a challenge to recruit this month, and I am looking to get someone to join us, even if it's for kidnapping, which is still cool. So for the price to join is $135, includes free shipping, and the amount of products you get would be $206 in product. So this specific price comparison here is only for this month, ends on the 31st. It's a really great way for kidnapping to get some great items, and don't even have to stick around and do a business after. You can drop out, do whatever you want, and move on. It's also useful kidnapping if you're making some purchases for holiday crafting too, as an added bonus. Alrighty, so moving forwards along here as I figure myself out here. This upcoming Tuesday, October 25th, is my free social crafting session on Zoom, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Totally a free event. Feel free to join us and do some crafting with us, or just hang out and socialize, either or. Bring any craft you want. Doesn't have to be Stampin' Up! Specific. Just say whatever it is. October 31st is the deadline I have for my little draw contest thingy for write a review of me on my Stampin' Up! Shopping page. Anybody who enters a review are entered into a draw, and there'll be one lucky winner at the end of the month. And speaking of the end of the month, hi Poodles! Yeah, he's got making a little fuzzy appearance here. I've got an October bingo game. To participate, it's free. All you have to do is send me your 5 numbers between 1 and 75, and you're entered for a little freebie gamey I do monthly. And if you're adventurous and want to make a purchase of me, I got 2 clubs or 2 loyalty programs here, the Stampin' Club and the Mini Stampin' Crew. So the club is based on any orders over 50. Those people are entered into a draw for one lucky winner. And the flip side for the Mini Crew, which any orders in October under 50 are entered into a draw. So far, I don't have anybody for the club, but I think I've got like 4. Actually, I got now 5 people for the Mini Crew. For one of them, will get a prize from me. November 10th is the next Paper Pumpkin deadline for the From the North Pole kit, which coordinates with this one. This one currently is Ho Ho Ho, which is cards. From the North Pole is Christmas tags, and both kits are supposed to coordinate, so that'd be cool to see what they do. November 15th is my card making class that I'm having for the season, the Oh What Fun card and gift wrap class. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, $7 fee. For mailing, an extra $2. Realistically, the stamp is $1.94, but I'm just bumping it to $2. If you need it mailed out, if you want to be part of the class, give me a shout. As well, November 15th is my deadline to register for if you want the new mini catalog direct mail to you. So what this means is I gotta put a deadline, because there's 2 ways I can get catalogs. I can go on the Stampin' Up! Website, order a bunch of catalogs and send them to me. Or I can do a mailing selector that we have, which means what I can do is by the end of November, if I punch in my desired address list of who I want to mail Stampin' Up! Will mail you directly. I pay for it, but you get a free catalog. So, for me to input all my addresses and stuff, I want that list by mid-November ideally, so I can make sure everything is ready to go. And then I'm available October, which is almost over, and ongoing for any sort of party hosting, shopping hosting, if that interests you. And as usual, Thursdays I come on here live. I'm late tonight, but that's okay. I start off over on the Facebook group Playing with Papers and Colors -SU, and then I'll also do a video after this of a Color to Kitty video, and then the replays are almost always posted to YouTube, my channel, Color to Kitty, unless there's a specific reason I'm not to. For example, I'll be doing a little Sipology video tonight, but that one, unfortunately, I can't make totally public yet, so it is what it is. Because I'll be showing a new item that's not out to the public yet. Alright, Paper Pumpkin promo. So here's the hint. The stripey box is the current kit, Ho Ho Ho. And then the other box is the From the North Pole. What they're trying to say is these coordinate together very nicely for Paper Pumpkin kits. So just to remind, the stripey Ho 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 is cards. The other box is tags. Alright. Hosting. What shall we say about hosting tonight? Because it's fun. Why not? Get to party with your friends and do some shopping. And to get host rewards, it could be one order, it could be multiple orders. There's no limitations on you gotta have so many orders, as long as the total is at least $200 and you get 10% from that total. So there you go. That's how you get for hosting. For joining, I already touched on that once I get my mouse to work here. Kidnapping, I'm just gonna say kidnapping. It's a great thing. I do highly encourage it, especially right now. So let's look at it this way. You spend $135 and you get $206 in product. That's a really good deal. You could get a bunch of cool items with that. Alrighty, so let's get to some crafting. Crafting. So here's the Ho Ho Ho, Ho Ho Ho, Ho 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 kit. I'm gonna start singing. Alright, what we got in here? So the recap, whoops, as I'm seriously very chaotic tonight. To recap, let me pull this back out. This was last week's really cute card, and I actually really love it. I know I say I love all of them, but I do. It is really cute. The ink for the month is Early Espresso. This was really cute. I love it. Let's put you off to the side. And then the stamps for the month. There's some die cuts, there's some adhesives. The stamps are, we got the Santa, we got Snowflake, we got the reindeer, Santa sleigh. We got some words. What do we got here? We have Holly Jolly, Santa Claus is coming to town, Deliver to, Merry, Ho Ho Ho, Christmas, Holiday, 'Tis the season to be jolly. Let's just pull that off. There's our beautiful stamps. And here's our die cuts and stuff. And we got adhesives. And we got more adhesives. And we got some pretty shiny things that we can put on there. Alright, so we're going to make the second one tonight. Which is this one. Oh, that looks really cool. So I'm just going to push this box kind of sort of around. Assemble my materials. So we're probably going to need those. Probably. We're going to need some adhesives. I think we're going to need something from there. There's a spot on here that shows me more of what materials I need. So let's take a look at it. Alright, what else we got here? Do we need these? Yes. We're going to need some snowflakes once they want to come out and play here. And I think I used the wrong snowflake last week, but that's okay. Alright, and then we're going to need a card base, which is not these. Hey Dan, thanks for tuning in. We're going to need one of these beautiful little pieces. Are we going to need any vellum? Ooh, we got vellum. I love vellum. Okay, we're still flipping through materials here. Lots of great pieces in this kit this month. Alright, we're going to need one of these. I think we almost got what we need. Just about. Oh, we're also going to need one of these. And I think that's it. Alright, so let's get crafting here. So again, it's going to move my box way the fudge away so I can hopefully stay focused. So I'm just going to flip the instructions open to the page that has this specific project. So what they're saying is I should stamp the Dear Santa sleigh on there and then the phrase on the tag. So let's do that. So I'm just going to pile some of this stuff around. And there's my beautiful snowflakes. So I'm just going to get started here. Alright. And then I'm going to use, I could use the Stamparatus. I'm still tempted to use the Stamparatus, but I'm going to try not to tonight. Because it's just some quick stamping that we're doing. So here is the Santa sleigh. I'm going to really season it, and that should make a huge difference for stamping, hopefully. Let's give that a try. Because the photopolymer stamps tend to be a little hard to work with in the beginning until they're well loved. And I know I'm kind of doing that over the scrappy stamping on the table here. Because this was practice from another cute project I got on the go. So I'm just seeing how this is, and I'm just going to go for it. And I hope that worked. Ooh, that looks pretty darn good. Alright, I'm going to clean that stamp. That way it's ready for the next time we need them. And then we're going to stamp the sentiment on the tag. So we got this tag. And it was the Santa Claus is coming to town. Once I get this to work for me. And again, season it really nicely. Try to really rub it. That way the ink will stick on it a lot nicer. I know it's crooked on the block, but that's okay. Give it some good, generous ink. And then line up and hope for the best. It's pretty good. And then before I get way too ahead of myself, we're going to do the back of the card while we're doing some stamping fun here. As I put that back on that, let's do the card base. Where is my card base? Right here. So it's this type of orientation, which is okay. There's my cat stamp. Again, give it a bunch of ink. And then just kind of go on there. I wasn't paying attention if it was straight or not, but that's okay. Clean that stamp and then grab the usual ones I use for the created by and the Stampin' Up name. They're like my favorite ones to use. So bring my block back in. Created by. I'm just going to lay it on. That way it can hopefully be straight on the block-ish. At least not twisted. Oh, I hear the poodle. My little puppy's like, Mommy, it's walk time. I know, Boo, we'll get there soon. Hopefully, this doesn't take too long. And then before I totally forget, I want to remember to say the usual phrases of, hey everybody, if you enjoy the content that I do, please, hey, like, share, follow, comment, subscribe. All those types of functions depending on what platform this is on. As this video does make it over to YouTube at some point. Okay, so I did the back of the card. Put this away. As I make a little too much noise there. Alright. So then next on the instructions is assembly. So we got some die cuts happening and a whole bunch of stuff. Just seeing the layout. Okay, I think I kind of get it. Let's pop out some materials. Because it's a little different than what I would think, but that's okay. Let's get these die cuts popped out. Oops, I'm almost ripping it. Alright, so what I'm seeing here is we got like a window happening. So let me get this panel out. Because I don't think we need this white piece according to what I'm seeing, but it wants the window. So then, ideally, you know, what sucked is this might affect my stamping a little bit. I think what I'm seeing is, so let's put that down. That goes on there, and then this goes on the bottom. Is what I'm seeing. Kind of, it's crooked, but that's kind of the going theme here. Okay. Whoops. So let's put some adhesive. Actually, let me just look at that again one more time. Okay, let's get some adhesive on here, then we'll kind of work from there. And hopefully this will work. Alright, so actually, I like the tape runner better. I only use the little glue dots when I absolutely need to. Alright, so let's start with this. So this is supposed to go on the bottom of this. Okay. And then cap that. That way I don't ruin my adhesives. Then adhesives go on here. On all four corners. Ideally. And then pull off the little white caps on all those. And then, oops, I'm sticking it already. And then lay this on like that. So I think that's how that goes today, which is different. And then flip it over. And this side gets dimensionals, which are here somewhere. Where did I put them? There they are. Oops, they're falling all over. So yeah, that gets dimensionals. Just make sure they're all on, hopefully. Pull off the white caps of each of them, even though they're sticking to me. They're really sticking to me tonight. And then bring in that card base, which I should have, could have folded it, but I'm folding it now. And then this goes on like a window, like so. And then it wants one of the really nice big snowflakes that I didn't realize until tonight that I already used up one of these on my other card, but that's okay. Because there's still very much many to choose from. So let's pop one of these pretties out. And it's indicating one glue dot to be used on the very pretty snowflake. So let's do that. Put right into the center. And then this is gonna go more, or maybe it was supposed to be a smaller one. Oh well. Still looks good. And then the tag pops out. And it kind of goes down there. I think it is supposed to be the smaller snowflake, but oh well. Then I'm going to put 2 of these on here, the dimensionals, and glue that on, not upside down. That would be ideal to not do that. Gonna go like that. So far good. Then we got a couple things to go here. We've got some vellum, ho ho ho, and a red ho ho ho. All right, so let's pop out the vellum. Once it wants to come through. Okay, we got that, and then let's pop out one of these ho ho hos. I think these go on top of the vellum. Again, once it wants to cooperate. I'm always afraid of ripping this stuff. But that's another thing that's great about Paper Pumpkin. Is all these pieces come kind of cut out. You just gotta punch out the rest of it from the packaging, which makes it so much easier to use for crafting. And I'm just trying to fix my box here, which is a little bit of a mess. Okay, so by the looks of it, this is supposed to go right on top. Oh yes. Oh, my little boo-boo fell on the stairs. Hey buddy. And I just whacked the cabinet. I'm on a roll tonight for Disastrous Kitty. Alright, so let's stick this onto that. So let's just get a couple of glue dots happening. As in 3. Pull off the white caps. Hey buddy. Oh, he's just under mommy. Alright, then grab this carefully, which is now stuck to my table. Bring this over. I know it's hard to see. Here, maybe I'll do it on that so you can kind of see what the heck I'm doing. And I'm just going to try to rest the ho 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 lettering. It's not straight, but it's got a neat look to it. And then flip that over and get some more glue dots. So we can glue that onto our project. And then we are almost done. Almost. Just pull those off. Come on. There we go. Pull that up because now it's stuck to my table again. And then I'm just gonna do that. That looks pretty cool. And then lastly, it needs one more thing here. I'm just gonna start packing some of this stuff up because it's kind of everywhere. And I now accidentally have this stuck together. Oh, kitty cat. So I'm getting a bit of a disaster moment here. Alright, lastly, we got these little jewel pieces. And I'm going to grab one and use one. So I'm just going to grab one of these, hopefully. Okay. And put it right in the center of my snowflake. And there is our project for tonight. That is it. And that was pretty cool. Alright, so I'm just cleaning up a tiny bit here. Gonna put the instructions away. So there we go. There is our really neat Christmas cards. These are the 2 so far from the current kit. And if you're interested in this kit, there is a way to acquire a copy of this again. So Paper Pumpkin is a subscription base each month. Now what happens is generally the idea is to be a subscriber to be able to get these when it comes out. Now to purchase this later on, be an active subscriber anyway. In case you missed out on this, you can get this later. So that's something that I can always pick this up when it's available again, which is really cool. So there we go. There's the 2 projects. Next week will be the 3rd. And then what's new in the world of Color the Kitty? Let's see. Tonight I'll be doing a little bit of green painting on that one picture I've been doing with the green paint for a long time, off and on. That'll be tonight. I'll be over on my Sipology group page for a short to do a quick open boxing video of my new tea order that I picked up for a little bit of shopping for somebody. And yeah, so on the weekend I'll be back again to do my another round of Christmas Madness. It's like my 12 weeks of Christmas kind of theme, plus another live stream of coloring the Color Pencil project. Alrighty, well, everybody, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, all that fun stuff. And we'll be back again soon. Alrighty, bye for now.